Hello, I'm Chris O, and welcome to another edition of The Key. So glad to have you aboard on this glorious day, isn't it? It's a glorious day. And today, we're going to be talking about parallel realities. Ooh, what is a parallel reality? Well, here we are, living in our 3D dimension. We're living in our 3D dimensional world, where there is something known as time. In other words, in our 3D dimensional world, we have a past, a present, and a future. Okay? And we can see that. And it seems to go in a linear motion. In other words, the past would come before the future, and the present comes after the past, but before the future, right? Yes and no. It does in this reality. In other words, in our 3D dimension, that is exactly how it works. We seem to have a past, a present, and a future. However, in the true reality of life, in every other dimension, there is no time. Time is just a construct that we have here on our three-dimensional world, and in our three-dimensional understanding of our three-dimensional being. But in reality, there is no time. So in reality, the past, the present, and the future are all happening simultaneously. Now there is this thing called string theory. And string theory will help us to understand parallel realities. Now, I'm not going to get into it all because, do you understand this? Yeah, right? Okay, that's pretty hard to understand, correct? Unless you're a physicist. I happen to enjoy studying that as well, so I have a little understanding of it. However, for those of you who don't, take heart, my friend, because I'm going to tell you exactly what parallel realities mean for you. And it's a good thing. Parallel realities mean that everything that is happening, anything that we can think of, that we can imagine, that we can see, or come up with, on some reality is happening. In other words, every version of you is out there. So out there somewhere is a version of me that wouldn't even think of making YouTube videos, is too scared to get up and do public speaking of any kind, let alone talk about the spiritual stuff. In fact, in one parallel reality, I don't even believe in any of it. And in another parallel reality, not only do I have a YouTube channel, but I'm also doing a major television network picked me up, and I do a program, a weekly show, kind of like Steve Harvey, or like Oprah, or whoever you like to listen to. And I have my own show, and I'm famous, and people all around come to hear me. Wow. Now that's a reality I'd like to get into. So, these parallel realities, these other versions of you, are happening all at once. Because you have to remember two things. There are two things I want you to remember. One, there is no time in other realities. So in other realities, there is no time, meaning that everything happens at once. And two, there is no good or bad. There is just energy. Energy that is experienced, that here on our 3D reality, we perceive as a good thing or a bad thing. But the universe, in reality, doesn't view it at all as good or bad. It just views it as energy. Whether you want that energy to connect to you or not is up to you. So, on some reality somewhere, there is me that is doing great things, soaring to the greatest highs. And in another reality, another parallel reality, there is the homeless Chris O, who doesn't have enough to eat and barely gets by day to day, living on the edge of existence at all. Wow. Gee, Thanks for making that video, Chris O, telling me that. But take heart, my friend, because I'm going to explain to you the good thing about knowing that there are parallel realities that you are living in. The first thing I want to get across to you is that parallel reality, and knowing that there are parallel realities out there, knowing that there is a version of you that is soaring to the greatest highs, and also knowing that there's a version of you that is at the lowest lows, forces you to feel and to have nothing but love. Love. And love is the greatest of all. You've heard that in the Bible, and the greatest of these is love. You've heard many people write about love, talk about love, sing about love. Love is the greatest thing that we have. In realizing that on some alternate parallel reality, there is a version of me who isn't this guy that teaches spirituality and lives to the best of his ability a clean life. That on some parallel reality, I'm an addict, whether it be alcohol or drugs or both, but on some reality, I'm an addict. On some reality, I'm a bigot. On some parallel reality, I am this other being. Knowing that, how can you hate? How can I have hate knowing that on some reality, I am that person? On some other parallel reality, there's a version of me that is exactly that. Because after all, when I'm looking at anything, whether it be an addict or whether it be another person going through whatever they're going through, I am really looking at a version of me and something that I need to know from that experience that will help me in my eternal truth to find where I'm going on my path. So knowing that there are parallel realities and that in some reality you are living that very thing that you in this 3D reality see in someone else, you can't hate that person. You can't hate anyone. You can have love in your heart for them. Doesn't mean you're going to hang out with them. Doesn't mean you're going to do what they do. But you can have love for them. The second thing that it does is it gives us hope that we can now connect. Because after all, look, as in string theory, look, there's all these different strings. Here they are. Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is, all around. And just grab on to the version of you that you wish to grab on to and become that version of you in this 3D reality. Because somewhere you are doing and being the version of you that you want to be now. And you can connect to that reality. You can. You can be that. And the third thing that it teaches us is we are not alone. Knowing that there is no time, and knowing that we are all one, and that there are versions of you out there experiencing anything and everything, and knowing that we are all going through that same thing, because we are all one. It seems like we're not all one, doesn't it? Here it is, my YouTube channel. You may have a YouTube channel, but this is my YouTube channel, so please subscribe and go to my channel. But really, we're all one, experiencing life. So knowing we are all one, you can't feel lonely. We do, though, don't we? But understand that there are parallel realities of your life where you are soaring to the greatest highs, and also parallel realities where you are in the deepest lows. But you get to choose what part of your reality you want to be in and what you want to see. And I'm going to describe to you and show you a method in the next video where you can become and grab a hold of that string of your future self that is actually happening now on some parallel reality. And you can be that. You can be that. You can be that. You can do that. You can have that. Whatever it is on life. Using the law of attraction, Ho'oponopono. Using many different methods. And I'll describe some methods that I use. Where you can then grab on and become the you that you were meant to become. I thank you for watching. We will be back with another video explaining how to get to that version of you from where you're at now. If you like this channel, please subscribe. Hit the like button if you like this video. Please comment below. And as always, hit that bell if you want notifications of my upcoming videos. And in my next video, I'm going to tell you how to use parallel realities to your benefit to get the most out of your life and help others get the most out of their life. And remember, what do I say at the end of every key? You can change your life by changing your mind. See you next video, my friends. Love you.